Think of who you were 3 years ago, the way you talked, what you wanted, what you found funny, what you tolerated. Now look at who you are today. A lot of that shift wasn't a decision you made. It was absorbed, quietly, from the people you spent your time with. Here's the unsettling part. It's happening to you right now, in this season of your life, and you almost certainly can't feel it. The people around you are slowly reshaping your habits, your moods, your ambitions, even your sense of what's normal, and it's invisible from the inside. Why are we so powerfully shaped by the company we keep? And how do you take back some control over who you're becoming? Let's pull it into the light. Start with the machinery that makes it possible. Buried in your brain are what scientists call mirror neurons, cells that fire both when you do something and when you merely watch someone else do it. Your brain is literally built to simulate the people around you, to internally mirror their actions, their emotions, their states. This is the biological root of empathy, but it's also why we unconsciously copy. You felt it, you start using a friend's phrases, picking up an accent after a trip, matching the energy of the room. Your brain is constantly, silently rehearsing the behavior of whoever you're near, and rehearsal, repeated enough, becomes who you are. You are not a sealed container. You are permeable by design, which leads to the first big force, emotional contagion. Moods are catching, as literally as a cold. Spend an evening with an anxious person and you leave tense. Sit with someone calm and steady, and your own nervous system settles. Studies show emotions ripple through groups automatically. We sync up without a word, without even trying. Your brain reads the emotional state of the people around you and quietly tunes itself to match, because for most of human history, staying in sync with your group was survival. So the emotional climate you live in, the anxiety, the negativity, the warmth, the calm of the people closest to you, is slowly becoming your own inner weather, whether you chose it or not. Now the second force, and this one shapes the entire direction of your life. Your sense of what's normal is set by the people around you, and normal is far more powerful than you think. Whatever the people near you consistently do simply becomes your baseline of reality. If everyone around you complains, complaining feels normal. If everyone around you reads, exercises, builds things, that feels normal too. Your reference point for a normal income, a normal relationship, a normal level of ambition or health or honesty is quietly averaged from your circle. You're not comparing your life to all human possibility. You're comparing it to the small sample of people you happen to be surrounded by, and then calling that reality. And here's why that's so consequential. We are wired to conform, sometimes against the plain evidence of our own eyes. In famous experiments, people gave answers they knew were wrong, just because everyone else in the room said it first. The pull to match the group is so strong, it can override what you can literally see to be true. So it's no contest at all when it comes to subtler things, your opinions, your tastes, your standards, your goals. You drift, without noticing, toward the consensus of your group, because belonging has always felt safer to the human brain than being right. Standing apart registers, deep down, as danger. The third force is the quiet ceiling. Your circle sets the limit of what feels possible for you. It's hard to reach for something you've never seen anyone like you achieve, and easy to reach for what the people around you have already made ordinary. If everyone in your world treats a certain kind of success, health, or happiness as unrealistic, some part of you absorbs that it's not for people like us. But put yourself among people for whom it's normal, and the very same goal quietly becomes thinkable, then reachable. Your ambitions are not purely your own. They're calibrated, up or down, by what the people around you have shown you a person can do. There's a fourth force, more intimate, The people around you shape you through who they reflect you to be. We come to see ourselves largely through others' eyes. Spend time with people who treat you as capable, interesting, and good, and you slowly grow into that reflection. Spend time with those who treat you as a disappointment, a burden, or a joke, and that image seeps in too, and you begin to live it out. The people around you are holding up a mirror all the time, and over the years you tend to become the person that mirror keeps showing you. Choose carefully whose eyes you learn to see yourself through, because you will believe them. Now, here's the double edge we have to be honest about. This force has no morality of its own. It will lift you or sink you with equal ease. The same mechanism that means good, driven, warm people can raise you up means that chronically negative, dishonest, or stagnant people can quietly pull you down. And in both cases, you won't feel it happening. You'll just feel like yourself. This is why the same person can flourish in one environment and wither in another, without their underlying character changing at all. You are not becoming who you are in a vacuum. You're becoming a blend of the 5 or so people you spend the most time with. And the only real question is whether you chose that blend on purpose. So how do you take the wheel? The first move is simply to see it, to make the invisible visible. Look honestly at the people you spend the most time with and ask, who am I becoming in this company? Not are they good people, but who do I turn into when I'm around them? What mood, what standards, what version of me does this person pull forward? Just seeing the influence clearly, naming what's rubbing off on you, breaks the spell of it being invisible and gives you back a choice you didn't know you had. The second move is to be intentional about proximity, because you become who you're near, not who you occasionally admire from afar. This doesn't require cutting people off coldly, but it does mean consciously choosing to spend more time near the people who bring out who you want to be, and, where you can, less immersed in the environments that consistently drag you toward who you don't. You can also choose influence at a distance, the books you read, the voices you listen to, the people whose thinking you marinate in daily. All of it counts as company. All of it shapes you. Curate your inputs like they're becoming you, because they are. And the third move is to remember, it flows both ways. You are one of the people shaping everyone around you right now, with your own mood, your standards, your presence. This is a responsibility, but it's also a quiet power. By becoming steadier, warmer, more honest, more alive, you don't just change yourself, you shift the emotional weather and the sense of normal for everyone in your orbit. The best way to be surrounded by better people is often to become yourself, the kind of person who raises the room. You are not only being shaped, you are shaping, always. So the next time you wonder why you feel the way you feel, why your ambitions have grown or shrunk, why a certain life started to seem normal, look around you. Much of who you are is on quiet loan from the people you keep closest, absorbed through mirror neurons and contagious moods, and the invisible gravity of what everyone around you treats as ordinary. You were never meant to be a fortress, sealed off and self-made. You were built to be permeable, to be shaped by your people. That's not a weakness, it's how humans have always grown. The power isn't in pretending you're immune. It's in choosing, with open eyes, whose influence you let in, and who you want to slowly, inevitably, become.